teeth. Teeth are hard substance structure which grow and arrange on the jawbone. In the life of human beings, there are the two sets of the teeth. One is the milky teeth, other is the permanent teeth. Therefore, they are termed as diaphodont. And these teeth are embedded or fixed in the gum, therefore known as the thecodonts. These teeth are different in size, shape, and function, therefore known as the heterodont. These heterodont are: number one, incisor, which is also known as cutting teeth or biting teeth. These teeth have the sharp edges, so they are used for the cutting purpose. Number two, canine, they are known as tearing teeth. These teeth have the sharp pointed end, so they are used for the tearing of the meat. These canine teeth are well developed in the carnivorous animals, which used to kill the prey and tear the flesh, while in human beings these canine teeth are intermediate. And third type of teeth is premolar, and number four, molar. These premolar and molar known as the grinding teeth. These grinding teeth have the large surface area and cusp. Due to the large surface area and cusp, they break the food substances into the small pieces, therefore known as the grinding teeth. When all these structure of now another set of teeth known as the permanent teeth. Permanent teeth are those teeth which replaced by the milky teeth. These teeth grow when baby attain the age of 12 years. The number of permanent teeth is 32. These 32 are incisor, canine, premolar and molar. Now when we look at the arrangement of these teeth in the upper jaws and lower jaws, this is the upper jaw, this is the lower jaw, and half of the upper jaw, half of the lower jaw. So in the simple way. This is the incisor, canine, premolar, molar in half of the upper jaw and half of the lower jaw. Means 2, 1, 2 and 3. 2, 1, 2 and 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2 and 3. Front teeth known as the incisor, incisor in upper jaw, 4, 4 in lower jaw, canine, 2, 2, 4, premolar, 4, 4, 8, molar, 6 into 6, 12. When all these are multiplied, then total number is the 32. When all these structures of the oral cavity perform their function, then food is mechanically as well as chemically digested. Mechanically digested by teeth and tongue, and chemically digested by enzyme of saliva. When physical form of the food change, known as the mechanical digestion. When the chemical form of the food change, known as the chemical digestion. After the physical and chemical digestion, oval shape, partially digested form of the food is formed in the oral cavity, known as bolus. Now this bolus is moved toward the next part of alimentary canal. Next part of the alimentary canal known as the pharynx. Pharynx, commonly known as the throat. This pharynx consists of 3 parts: oropharynx, laryngopharynx, nasopharynx, nasopharynx is the passage through which only air is passed, while these 2 parts are the common passage for air and food. The food passes toward the pharynx by the process of swallowing. For the process of swallowing, different type of changes take place in the oral cavity. First of all, lips close, then tip of tongue is touch with the anterior end of roof of mouth cavity or oral cavity, then larynx move upward, epiglottis cover the opening of larynx known as glottis. When process of the swallowing is start, another change, soft palate close the internal nostrils. Means first of all, mouth is closed with the help of lips, then tip of tongue touch with the roof of mouth, and this is the larynx and internal opening of larynx known as the glottis, and cartilaginous flap known as epiglottis. This epiglottis cover the opening of larynx, so fold the diverted toward the next part of alimentary canal known as the esophagus. So now we discuss about the esophagus. Esophagus, commonly known as the food pipe or gullet. This esophagus start from the pharynx to the stomach when food is passes through the esophagus due to the contraction and relaxation of muscles of esophagus. That movement of the food in the esophagus known as peristalsis. This peristalsis is not only the responsible for the movement of the food in the esophagus, but it also involved in the whole alimentary canal. Sometimes due to the irritation in the stomach, this movement of the food become in opposite direction and resultant vomiting. This movement of food known as the anti-peristalsis.